So a wealthy businessman is on holiday in a small coastal village one morning. He sees a local fisherman, pulls his small boat up with a few fish. The businessman's really impressed. So he says, those are amazing. How long did it take you to catch those? He says, oh, not long, a few hours. The businessman says, well, why don't you stay out longer and catch more fish? Yeah, I've got enough to feed my family and a little extra to sell. After that, I spend time with the wife, play with the kids, take a nap. In the evening, I play music with friends. That's usually my day. Well, the business is pretty excited, but you're missing this opportunity. If you fish longer, you could buy a bigger boat. With a bigger boat, you could catch even more fish, hire a crew, start a company, and eventually you could move to the city and run an empire. Fisherman looks at him and says, and then what? Well, the businessman says, well, then you could retire, move to a small coastal village, sleep in, fish a little, spend time with your family, play music with your friends. You see where this is going? No. I'm Michael Dawson, the author of Quit Your Diet, Think to Shrink. And if you've had it with meal plans, calorie counters, diets, then you might be in the right place because I'm here to help you build a 14-day escape plan to quitting diets forever. Legacy membership to my website is currently free and we will always be free to you if you jump on right now. You get all the downloads in the members area with more to come, and you get invited to our live and exclusive coffee mornings. If you're interested in knowing what level your weight problem actually lies and the best way to tackle it, then there's a short 12-question quiz around here somewhere. I think that the opening story about the fisherman and the businessman uniquely highlights the idea of what success means to us all. I've seen many life gurus on social media who have great financial success, and then they happen to mention in passing that they're putting time in their diary to spend with their families and partners. So success is fluid and personal to you, although we are inclined to judge by the car, house, and other actual things. The root of Quit Your Diet came from a project I worked on for the Mental Health Service. It was designed to see what we could really do by offering a group of morbidly obese individuals every intervention possible. A dietitian, a gym instructor, a medical professional, and of course me. My role was the behaviorist in the group. And it's another story that my mental resistance to the diet message was what created the roots of the Quit Your Diet program. All that's another story and it's common knowledge. But what I have never been too open about is the way we judge the project's success. It was mainly pounds and kilos on a project that was only 12 weeks long. That seemed obvious. Okay, shouldn't a weight loss project be judged on weight? Well, I didn't think so. I've worked with people who try to instigate change in their lives for decades, and I know that success, just like that fisherman in the story I opened up with, is relative to your point of view. Success to you might mean the promotion, where I've worked with people for whom success is actually having a front door key or a roof over their heads. Success to your children might be getting a really good college, when some of my clients simply attending school and getting through the gates was a huge move in the right direction. Why shouldn't the success of the obesity project be judged on pounds and kilos then? As I said, it does make perfect logical sense. Number one, I think it focuses everyone on weight, including the clients, and this means that we are actively encouraging as much weight loss in a short time as possible. This is going to likely result in greater weight gain afterwards. Long after we're gone and we've collected our pats on the back and our winners' medals for this project, and this in turn will encourage us to repeat the same model and pass on this flawed philosophy, self-propagating it into the future. Number two is the idea of being judged individually actually propagates the same mindset of failure that got us there in the first place. That not having the willpower, not being dedicated and able to stick to a simple plan. I had a different idea, just like I did with all my clients, because in principle, it would be impossible for me to judge success simply because I'm not them. And just like the fisherman, there might be entirely new ways of judging it for you. In my book, you'll find a technique called the miracle question. And that's in another video, but it basically asks this question in a really clever way. It asks what that miracle day looks like for you without your issue. And this is oversimplifying it, but my point is that I have seen time and time again serious issues boiled down to the simplest of needs. A drinker who wants to spend time with their mum. A child completely off the rails whose father simply wants a kiss in the morning. Like most of these measures of success, they are all individual and they are not for me to judge. Let's ask ourselves the question we always ask when most of us start any kind of body or health change. And the first question we ask is, what's the goal weight? We're trained to believe that the only way to track success is to step on a scale and hope the number goes down. But what happens when we quit the diet, when we stop counting and restricting and punishing? The question becomes, if I'm not weighing myself, how will I know it's working? So I'll argue that we must slow down on the pounds and the kilos and probe what our success looks like. Because let's be honest, the scale does tell you a number, but it doesn't tell you how you're living. It doesn't measure freedom. It doesn't measure peace of mind. It doesn't tell you how many nights you went to bed without the guilt and how many mornings you woke up feeling that progress was coming and ready to face the day. So if we shift the focus from obsession to observation, from control to curiosity, then things start to feel pretty different. Does any of this sound familiar? Weighing yourself daily, multiple times a day. Every time the number dropped, it felt good. Every time the number didn't drop, or worse, went up, it was failure. Like all the effort was wasted. And in that moment, all the real progress, the better sleep, the more stable mood, the fact you didn't binge that week, none of it mattered because the scale did not move. That sounds familiar. So within the Quit Your Diet program, in the members area, there's an electronic or a paper Dateless Calendar, and it asks one question every day: did I make progress? And in that moment, you tick that box for yes, or you start again to try and build a chain. The only thing that really counts is progress, and here's why: because your brain is going to demand more. So I'll tick the box because I walk to work, maybe even get that tick for a few days, and this is great. But after that, it's really not progress if you've done it for a period of time. So now your mind will demand, well, I need something a little bit better to get that tip. It feels like you're cheating. So this dateless calendar only monitors success. And this is perfect because you want to keep the chain going. So when you remove the scale, at first it feels like you've taken away the only signpost that you've got. You feel a bit lost, but very quickly, other things start to come into view. Things that have been there all along. Things that actually do matter. Maybe you stopped thinking about food 24/7. Maybe you kept the biscuits in the house without eating them, felt calmer, less restrictive, received a compliment, wore clothes you liked, not just the ones that hid you. There are so many things you can count as success. I laughed more, I felt lighter. I didn't get on the scales. That's available in the members area of my website. Check it out now. It's free to join, free to sign up. And if you're quick enough and jump on now, you'll never ever pay for any of these tools. And it works on your phone and no one sees it. You simply enter the tick. You don't need to shrink to grow. Do you like what I did there? You don't need a lower number to build a better life. And you definitely don't need permission from a scale to feel proud of yourself. So here's my challenge this week. Download the Dateless Calendar from the members area. And for those unsure about signing up to become members, there's a link around here somewhere that you can get, and it takes you straight to the members area. It's totally free, and you can either download the electronic version or a paper version. The one on your phone, you can keep behind your security settings and tick it as you go along. And measure the only thing that matters, and it's not pounds and kilograms, it's progress. If this episode resonated with you, then half a second to lightly tap the thumbs up button will greatly help us share these ideas together with other people. And if you subscribe to the channel, then myself and others with similar ideas will occasionally pop into your feed. So thank you in advance for supporting what I do. Remember that Legacy membership is free to you if you jump on board early enough, and this means that you'll never pay. And there's a 12-question quiz around here somewhere to start you on that journey to diet freedom. I want to thank you so much for being there. I'll be back in a few days with another video where I'm going to explain why quitting your diet isn't failure. It's a strategy and possibly the best decision you can make. My name is Michael Dawson, the author of Quit Your Diet, Think to Shrink. I'm going to see you in the next video.